This video is going to talk about some of the characteristics of what makes a website compliant for ADA, which is the American Disabilities Act guidelines. So, for example, this is a new website called Website Compliance with ADA. It has not yet undergone a compliancy check. So there's a plugin which works on Firefox, and you can see it here. It's called the WAVE, Web Accessibility Evaluation Tool. And right now, you can see there's 20 errors that this tool has detected out on this website with alerts, some structural elements. Just to give you an example of the errors. And if you see here, I'll show you the errors. Each of these items is missing an alt tag. So when I hover over it, it doesn't show me the description of what that means. So the first thing is all your images, for example, need to have a title that tells you what the image is, because people that are blind don't see the image, but their screen readers can read the image tag and tell the person what the image is. So that's number one. Then if there's a form on a website, for example, then you have to have certain fields that are, like, here's a form to collect an email address. So there are certain fields that have to be part of the form. That's another example. When you have a link on a page, for example, this is going to be a link to watch this actual video, there has to be a label inside that link that describes the link to the person that is disabled. So these, basically, as you go through each of these things, it tells you here again, there's no description of what this image is. These are easy fixes for a certain number of items, and this WAVE tool covers probably 30 or 40% of what you need to do to have an ADA compliant website. And one of the other things that you can do with an ADA site is, with a compliant site, is if you're running WordPress, you can download a tool that is called User First, which we'll put you here. And I believe this tool will put an icon onto your website that enables the user to access a panel that changes the fonts, the colors, and things like that. And that tool, combined with the WAVE tool, gets you probably closer to about 70% of compliance. And then you have to go to a manual process and actually work with people who are disabled using readers in order to get to the final level of compliance. But this is a good starting point to determine where you have gaps in your website at the very basic level. So I suggest getting this WAVE Web Accessibility Evaluation Tool as a starting point, and then talk to an expert that can help you get to that final 30 or 40%.